Hebrews 4, enjoying Christ is the real Sabbath and the good land. Second warning to heed the gospel. Hebrews 4:1. Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. Remember that he is speaking to a group of people, not just individuals. Within that group of people that have identified themselves with the Lord, there are various conditions. Since a promise remains of entering his rest, we all should fear lest some of us should come short of it. We need to help each other enter into that rest. Later, it speaks about how we need to assemble and encourage each other as the day grows near. There are many admonitions that are not addressed to the individual, but to the church, to the whole group. Some may seem to come short of this rest. Who should fear? Everyone should fear that some of you might not enter. This is a continuation of the kind of warning we see in Hebrews 3. For example, in Hebrews 3:12, it says, "Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief, and departing from the living God." Verse 13, "But exhort one another daily, while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin." Again, this is a corporate warning to exhort one another every day, while it is called today, lest any of us be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. What is this exhortation? It is an exhortation to believe the gospel. Sin will come, and we are not advocating sin by any means, but we know that the gospel is the power of God unto salvation. If there is any salvation from sin, it is in the gospel. It is not in your legalistic attempts to restrain yourself. That works when you are just minding your P's and Q's, but that does not work for serious inward sin, which you discover over time, to which you are attracted and cannot seem to stop. That becomes the problem. It is the besetting sin that starts to discourage people, and then they start to re-examine everything. I thought this gospel was supposed to save me, and I cannot overcome this. Maybe I am not trying hard enough. Depending on what kind of encouragement or discouragement you get at this point, this can be a test. Are you going to side with the gospel even in the face of contrary evidence within you? Or are you going to seek some other remedy for your situation? That is the warning in Hebrews. Some wanted to shrink back to the old ways of dealing with sins, sacrifices, the law, the temple, the priesthood. It is because we have forsaken Moses and the temple. That is why we cannot seem to overcome this. This is a critical point. You either go forward or go backwards. We all have to be tested in this, and it should be a corporate issue to be concerned about. However, these days, most people go through this struggle alone with no one to help because the congregations are filled with senseless people with no fellowship. This is where the rubber meets the road. Did you just hear the gospel and you thought you understood it? Or do you really believe it? I am not distinguishing between heart faith and head faith. No. I am saying that we eventually have to throw our whole trust on the person of Jesus Christ and nothing else. We desire holiness. Of course we do. We desire to see freedom from bondage. Yes, we do. We know the truth will set us free, but we have to continue in that truth and learn to abide in it.